Hi, I'll be talking to you today about one of the reasons why we get so tired and fatigued from our 40s. It's something called mitochondrial dysfunction. The mitochondria's main function is to produce energy. More mitochondria are needed to make more energy, particularly in high energy demand organs such as the heart, the muscle, and the brain. When the number of function of mitochondria in the cell are disrupted, less energy is produced and organ dysfunction results. Mitochondrial dysfunction is the cause of diabetes, autism, which is lack of energy in the brain. The mitochondria aren't working well in these diseases, or when a person has these diseases or disease. Cancer, heart disease, dementia, all of these has its root in the dysfunction of the mitochondria. The mitochondria is the powerhouse of energy. It powers us to do the things that we enjoy. If you don't have enough energy, you can't filter the noise around you, let alone develop a social skill, especially in people with autism. Most people in their 40s have a mitochondrial dysfunction, hence the feeling of tiredness, of constant tiredness. You can take a unit of air and food and you get less than a unit of energy. It's called aging or mitochondria. Our mitochondria doesn't have to decline with time. It comes from poor management of food, movement or exercise, the way we manage stress, and sleep, poor sleep. This is what leads to the symptoms of aging. If you do the right thing for your gut health, you will reap the benefit. When we have pain, for example, in our joint, and it hurts all the time, one of the major reasons is the lack of movement. And without movement, your mitochondria will become dysfunctional. Here's what happens when we don't exercise. Anyone who wants more energy needs to exercise to get that energy out. When we don't exercise enough, our hormones crash, our adrenals crash, the testosterone crashes. So you have no sex drive from over-exercising. If we over-exercise, we also can't constantly stimulate without recovery. It won't work. Okay? We need to be a master of movement, and we also need to ensure that we're recovering well. Be a master of recovery, which means small amount of targeted stimulation that makes less time and then recover. This is why I'm a big fan of strength exercise. It means you sleep, and if you're in a toxic relationship, trauma, PTSD, you deal with being unhappy by fixing it. The only way that you can recover from any stress in your body is to find strategies to recover from some of these issues, like being in a traumatic relationship or a toxic one, you've had PTSD. If you don't deal with these things, no matter what you do in terms of nutrition, in terms of what's it called? You're not going to be able to sleep, and if you don't sleep, you're not going to have the energy to do things. So fixing some of these emotional issues that we've gone through in the past should be a priority. Okay, learning how to manage them and learning what to let go of, or finding other alternatives to those things, so that the lifestyle strategies that you're implementing can work for you. Now, I'm going to talk more about exercise. I'm going to tell you how to be more efficient, or how to make exercise more efficient for you in less time. Walk for 20 minutes a day for a youthful mitochondria. If you want to have a youthful mitochondria and you want to have something in your toolbox for anti-aging, walk for 20 minutes a day. Once or twice a week, do something hard for between 10 to 15 minutes. Sprint. Sprint for 400 yards, then lay down on your back. It does something for your brain instead of standing there, and you do this 3 times. Okay? You do it 3 times. A study shows that a group of people who exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes were fitter than ones who exercise for 60 minutes 6 days a week. I mean, who wouldn't want this? No one should be exercising their body to death. Remember, exercise also causes inflammation. If you haven't listened to my to the video I made on inflammation, please look at it. Most things that are good for us can also cause inflammation, like exercise and eating certain kind of food can cause inflammation. These things are good. Inflammation is good, but in small. It shouldn't be constant, and it shouldn't be consistently happening, because your body will struggle to recover. Inflammation is good. It helps challenge the body to work better. Like I said, so 20 minutes. Another thing is massage. A massage does you as much good as exercising can. Only do big things you can only do big things if you're happy. So we have to concentrate on things that will do our body or keep us in a happy state and in a rest and digest state, so that our body can work optimally and our mitochondria can work efficiently. Your mitochondria just wants to keep you alive. When there's stress, if you're constantly under stress, it won't repair or digest food. This is why some people are overweight, because their body is so stressed that digestion and repair is not a priority. You look younger. You can't digest food because your body is trying to keep you alive. It feels like it's being chased by a lion. So its priority is not going to be to digest food. Its priority is not going to be to bring a baby in. Its priority is not going to be to rest and to repair your cells. Run away from stress. Avoid it. Yeah? Avoid it. Your mitochondria, when it's tired, when it's not doing what it's meant to do, stress will cause you to eat everything. Okay? This is why you need the right bacteria in your gut to help you crave the right kind of food. Willpower comes from mitochondria. They could make you eat the wrong food. Okay? This is why you need to get your nutrition right. And if you need support with this, please send me a message on WhatsApp. Mitochondria can burn 3 energy. sources. It can burn sugar. They love it because it's quick. It's very quick to burn and leaves with a lot of exhaust like oxidative stress, free radicals that causes inflammation and aging. Sugar is dirty fuel. Okay, so you want to find the kind of food sources that would repair the mitochondria instead of something that is quick and easy but then floods your body with a lot of toxin as it cleans out. This is why people at some point would end up with pain in their joint and all of that, as this sugar is cleared out of your body. The mitochondria can also burn protein, which is a horrible thing to do for energy. You want to use protein as a building block, but it will cause a metabolic disaster if it's used for energy. It will leave more debt than sugar. It's meant to build you, restore your cells, build strong bone and muscles, create a healthy skin. Excessive protein without carbs or fat is very bad for you. This is why on your plate you have to make sure that you plate your food in the right amount so you get the right nutrients in the right quantity as well, and in sufficient quantity. The mitochondria can burn fat but not trained to use fat. You end up not using it because you eat fat in the form of donut and cake and sweets. So, to train your body to use fat, you need to first fuel your body right. I never ever encourage people to go into intermittent fasting or long-term fast without fueling their body with what it needs. When you give your body what it needs, it would let go of things that it doesn't need. People don't understand that our body is so clever. You reduce your calorie, your body starts burning less. You increase your calorie with the right kind of food, the body will let go of fat or excess fat. This might sound like it can't happen, but it happened for me. I have never exercised as little as I do now. I have never eaten as much as I do now. My body knows that it doesn't need to worry about being starved because there is constantly food, good food for it to burn and use for energy. And so it has no need to hold on to excess fat. The best way to lose weight, I repeat, or excess weight, is to fuel your body, and your body will let go of things that it has held for years. And you also need to make sure you have a good detox pathway to enable it to get rid of toxins, because you don't want those toxins to recirculate and cause you some anxiety, depression. Okay? I wouldn't want that for you. You need to do this. There's a right way of doing these things. And if you need support, of course, you can send me a message. Coconut oil. When you stop eating for 4 days, your brain turns on. Now, this is for people who have fueled their body well for months on end. In fact, these kind of long fasts are not advisable for women because we cycle cyclically, because of our menstrual cycle. If you do this long-term fast consistently, your hormone would tank. You start to experience depression. Okay? You're better off doing intermittent fasting, maybe 16 hours, when your body is ready. I will never advise you to constantly starve yourself. Your body will constantly do this on a daily basis if you feel your body right. And there's a certain amount of fast that you need to do as a lady. I always talk about coconut oil. Coconut oil is something else you can add on to your diet to help you produce ketones. And your body knows that there's always food to tap into when you're not eating. Okay, your body never feels like it is in starvation mode. Coconut oil is better than a lot of other oil. Okay, if you're eating a low carb, not no carb diet, and you put it in your coffee or your salad or smoothie 3 times a day, you always have ketones circulating in your body. Your mitochondria or bacteria will be happy that they have energy from carbs, fat, and protein. Okay, remember it burns energy, so fat and carbs are its primary need to function. Remember, your protein is meant to build your body up and not to be used for energy. When your bacteria is happy, you are happy. Okay, listen to your body. It tells you what works and what doesn't. What works for some other person may not work for you. It's the smartest doctor you can have, your body. Get the structure right and the function of your body would follow. When your body learns to burn its own fat, when you fast intermittently, it burns cleaner. Your mitochondria loves it. It does all the anti-aging stuff, building your stem cells, reducing inflammation, antioxidant enzymes. It creates antioxidant enzymes. It builds your muscles. It increases bone density, cognitive function, and your sex drive will also improve. All of these things will improve. You become like a teenager. You won't have essential nutrients, and you will develop food allergy to food you actually need if you're constantly in ketosis. If you're constantly fasting or doing long-term fast, you're going to be deficient. You're going to be like somebody who is overweight because your body doesn't have the right nutrients to function. You need to cycle in and out so as not to wipe out some of your good bacteria, good for your mitochondria. When these bacteria are not fed well or happy, they talk to each other and release something called LPS, lipopolysaccharide. And when you eat high-fat diet, fat escorts this LPS to the lining of the gut, mostly saturated fat. This is why I'm totally against vegetable oil, because they contain toxins and they are unstable. The long-chain saturated fat will do it more like coconut oil, and it will protect your liver. I don't talk about or recommend olive oil because there's a lot of fake, but if you're certain that your olive oil is well sourced and it's certified, then go for it. And it's produced in one country and it's in a dark bottle. Palm oil is another good one if it's well sourced. If your gut bacteria is off, your mitochondria is also off. This is why I always say that every chronic disease starts from the gut. Once you repair your gut and clean out your gut, you'll be as clean as a whistle. Do not intermittently fast every day, especially if you're a lady. I've said this before. You can't lose weight drastically. You will detox too much toxin into your body too soon and quick, and this will cause other health issues as these toxins circulate, especially if you do not have a good detox pathway. You need to do this right by eating right, and the weight will drop effortlessly and you will get more energy. Remember, the whole point of this video today is to get you to have more energy, to teach you what the mitochondria does, how to repair it, and how to get your body functioning right. If you don't take care of your gut, you will become a sad and miserable person. I really hope this helps you, and I'll come back next time to talk about another health issue. Take care. and I wish you well on your healing journey. Bye.